School is coming back. And if it's already back for you, this is just a helpful little thing. Because currently in Australia, where I'm obviously living, school doesn't go back until January the 30th/31st for me. So I thought I'd give some helpful tips to people who are going back to school or are currently in school who need help. Let's do it. So first tip is to get erasable pens. Now they're the most helpful things in the planet. They're the best and the coolest things because I constantly make mistakes and I hate using whiteout because it takes forever to dry, and I don't like using the tape because it's annoying, and then friends are always borrowing it so I always lose it. So erasable pens are so helpful. Number 2, more likely your school will give you an electronic device, whether it's a laptop, a tablet, or they might not at all. But if your school does, like my school gives us laptops, look after it. Don't screw it up. If there's a problem, go talk to your IT. They're not scary people. For some reason, the girls in my school think the IT men are terrifying. How are IT people terrifying? So, your laptop is an essential. Your tablet is an essential. Your iPad's an essential. Your MacBook or whatever you have is an essential to your growing. Don't stuff it up. Don't drop it off a 3-story building. Don't get a virus on it. Fix it. It's important. Now, a lot of my subjects don't have books. For example, I'm doing drama multimedia, which is like this, which is YouTubing and stuff like that. IPP, which is learning how to create websites. What else? Photography. So they don't really need books, but for example, psychology does. So I know that I will need a book for psychology. So what happens is, if I get all cozy with you, more than likely what's going to happen is that your school will give you a list of things that it says you will need for each subject. I don't actually buy anything from the school unless it's a levy, which is something you have to buy to borrow the cameras, or if it's something like borrowing things like that. But other than that, I don't buy anything from the school. More than likely, they'll say, for X amount of pens it will cost you, let's say 10 pens will cost you $20. I could go buy 100 pens for $10. Why would I buy from the school? Why would you buy an exercise book for $5 from then when I can buy it for 90 cents? You know what I mean? Buy your own stuff. Make sure everything has your name on it, because you have no idea how annoying it is when people steal your stuff and I'm like, can I have my pencil back? And they're like, but it's my pencil. To you that might be, alright, I'll let that slide. You wait until it gets to the end of the year and your pencil case is empty. It's empty. This is a huge tip for anyone who is doing exams or even tests. Have a little notebook type thing, so then at the end of each lesson you can write down notes of what you've learned. So let's say it was science class, right? And you're doing biology, or you're doing just science in general, and they say all these different chemical formulas or different analogies, all this stuff, right at the top what the science is. So let's say it's chemistry. So you write chemistry and then write down all the new formulas that you learned and how to solve them. So then when it comes to tests or exams, you can quickly use that to memorize instead of going through your entire book, which might be this thick. Simple as that. Also, depending on your school, I only have 3 lessons a day because each lesson is an hour and 45 minutes. So what I do is that I actually get my books ready for the lesson before. So if I know that my first 3 lessons, for the day, let's say my lessons are photography, psychology, and IPP. I actually don't know because I don't have my roster yet. I would have all my photography stuff ready in the morning. At recess, get all of my psychology stuff out of my locker and sitting with me at recess. So then as soon as recess ends, I can go to my class. Go 5 minutes early, so then you get past all that buzz of people who are rushing to my brain just had a fart. To get past all of the kids who are running to classes, because trust me, it looks like that all these sales are going on in stores or whatever. I don't know what girls go after. Let's say everything's for free at Mac or whatever the hell, or the Apple Store. Everything's free at the Apple Store, and it's vroom. They're vultures. It's free food. It's mine. It is terrifying. Alright? It is terrifying. Also, if you're new to a school, if you have friends there already, have the same area to sit at lunch or recess, because more than likely that will be your spot and your hangout area, so get used to that. But yeah, the essentials to having in a pencil case: erasable pen, whiteout, pencil, eraser, ruler, a calculator if you're doing math. More than likely you'll have to buy one from the school, if not a calculator that can do a lot of things, and batteries to go with them. You'll need a blue and black pen that's like erasable and red. What else do I use? And that's it. Double check with your classes what you'll need. Usually the first week they're pretty lenient, so if you need to, use the first week to figure out what you need for each class and then go buy it. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I buy stuff all before and then half the time I don't even use it. I have, because the school said in year 8 I need 5 exercise books, and like they said I need 10 exercise books and for 5 subjects. I still have 7 exercise books and I'm never going to use them. So you have no idea how much that sucks. I've wasted so much money on those books, which I'm never going to use. So just think about it. What am I going to use? Also, I don't know, if your school has uniforms, wear them correctly. If your school says, oh, we want it so then the dress or skirt or pants or whatever are at knees or lower, don't roll them up higher. No one wants to see that. No one cares that you're breaking the rules because you rolled it up a millimeter higher than they say. If you just are following the rules, you're not going to get in trouble. Simple as that. If you have t-shirts, don't roll them up. That just looks dumb. If you don't have a precise school uniform, but you don't know what it is, double check what it is. More than likely, it's to cover up everything. And wear something you feel comfortable in. If you're really comfortable in like merchandise and track pants, wear it. Don't be wearing dresses and high heels just because other girls are. Where would you find it comfortable? Guys, I don't know. If you wear jeans, wear jeans. If you want to wear trackies, wear trackies. Wear whatever you want. Just stick to school rules, alright? Because that's a huge essential. If you want to survive high school or primary school or uni, stick by the rules. Simple as that. Although, to be honest, I'm not even at uni yet, but once I get to uni, I'll probably do one of these. So, but yeah, I'm currently going to be going into year 11. I'm a little stressed out, to be honest, but I am every year. It's going to be a whole new year, whole new thing, and I'm going to be very relaxed and chilled, and if I get stressed or need help, never hurts to ask a friend. Ask a friend who's in your class if you can borrow their notes, or even if it's, hey, do you want to study after school at the library? Don't just turn up to class and be like, oh, yeah, I couldn't be bothered doing this because I didn't understand it. More than likely they'll be like, why didn't you ask in class, or why didn't you get some help? Now, majority of the time there are clubs at schools where it's like math help, English help, science help, or any of those types of clubs. If you struggle in those subjects, go to those help classes. I go to them, I'm not afraid to admit it. I go to math help and it's really helpful. I'm not the greatest at math. I forget everything and it's not helpful. Because it's just not. I can't speak today. If you need help, get help. Simple as that. If you feel like that you're struggling, talk to your teacher. Because if you build a nice relationship with your teacher, more than likely you're more inclined to ask questions, you're more inclined to feel comfortable around your teacher to talk to them. If you are always like going off with your teacher, you're always talking back to your teacher, being rude or whatever, you're going to think they're a bad teacher and you're going to think that they don't like you, which more than likely all teachers like the kids that are in the classroom. They just don't like you if you're being rude to them, which is called common knowledge. That's why I always don't get when I'm in class and girls like, oh, this teacher hates me. I'm like, because you talk back to her and you're rude to her, what do you expect? They're not going to love you if you talk back to them and are rude. Simple as that. I'm going to say this again, like I said probably in the last video I did about school. Treat people how you want to be treated. If you want to be treated like a nice person, treat people nicely. If you want to be treated like crap, still treat people nicely. Doesn't matter. You know, we're all human beings at the end of the day. Treat people nicely because there is always time for friendship. So yeah. But yeah, also, this is kind of like for people who actually really care about studying and whatnot. Maybe in the school holidays before school starts, maybe see what's going to be in the subjects. Like, have a quick skim and scan. Or, like, my friend Joey, she already wrote all the notes for year 11 for all those subjects. I'm sorry, but I call this chillax time, which is school holidays. And then, like, school holidays for between term 1 and 2, between term 2 and 3, between term 3 and 4 are all working. So, yeah. Anyway guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, let me know in the comments below. And tell me, and the rest of our sarcasm siblings, do you guys have any school tips? Let me know. And if you're not in school, I apologize for this entire video. If you're not in school, leave us just some things that you might tell us that might help us. Or if you're just getting into school, read those comments, because more than likely there are some good tips down there, because you guys are amazing as always. Anyway guys, dry out, see you guys in the next video. Sarcasm out. Let's bring for a very sarcastic hug. Bye bye. Just remember guys, it is school. It is not a hellhound. It is not hell. You will survive. Alright? Because trust me, when you get out of high school or you get out of primary school, you go to high school. When you get out of high school, you can either do whatever you want. Go to uni, go to college, go to, I don't know, other things, or you can just work. But do what you feel comfortable with and don't feel like you're peer pressured. Alright?